Hey, you. I hope you're ready for the growth that you're going to have with this podcast because I am here for it. We're going to work together to make sure there's growth and understanding and compassion and empathy and self-love. You're going to fucking love yourself. And we're going to work together to do that. So, welcome to A Better Tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I know it's been a while. I know I haven't been able to upload anything. I have had so much going on. I cannot stress how much I've had going on. But I do want to let you know that I have been trying to practice self-care, self-love, get myself back on track mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm trying to get my shit together. I'm trying to be a better me. And when it comes to that kind of stuff, I mean, it's hard to know what's right for you sometimes. Okay. And a lot of that is because of these things that we experience in the past. A lot of it is trauma related, right? Other parts could be associated with your health. Maybe you have some kind of chronic condition. Maybe you got something going on there and it just hinders you. I'm going to tell you, there is nothing worse than a chronic condition that no one can see. Because I'm going to tell you right now, most people will be like, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with you. Oh, well, if you would just quit being lazy. Oh, well, if you would just do this. Oh, if you would just do that. If you would just think about this. Or no one knows what's best for you. I mean, hell, sometimes you don't even know what's best for you. But I can tell you, take it one day at a time. That's what I've been doing. Take it one day at a time. And I have found that, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard. Some days it's so hard that you can't even fathom getting out of bed, especially if you have depression or some kind of chronic condition that causes you to not be in full control of your body, or if you have some kind of mental chemical imbalance or some kind of issues going on that are trauma related, that maybe you just, who knows what's going on with you? Nobody but you knows, right? So nobody can tell your story like you can. And just because there are people out there that are like, oh, well, I know you better than yourself. You should do this. And then you'll just instantly get better. I have had literally multiple doctors try to tell me in the past that nothing was wrong with me, that I was just having immune issues at the time, but it would get better and I would be fully functional. Now, this was many years ago, okay? Right around 5 years ago, I had a mono. I contracted mono for the first time. So I had a mono episode that was just life altering. Since then, I have had several major health issues come up, and it literally, to this day, cripples me sometimes. I'm now allergic to anything and everything that could be packaged. I am allergic to chemicals. Certain medicines make me sick. The majority of food makes me sick. It's it's not it's not good. Anytime I have some kind of chemical that doesn't do well with my system, it's like I have major food poisoning and I'm sick for at least a week. At the very least, I'm completely immobile, sick as fuck. I have to sleep about 20 hours a day. That's no exaggeration. And I'm going to tell you, mentally, for a long time, I was not in a good space because of it. And, you know, people on the internet or people out across the world, those people, they don't know. They just look at me and they're like, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with you. You look like you're healthy. You look like you could be healthy if you wanted to be, because they don't know the invisible stuff that goes on in your head or that goes on inside of your body that nobody can see, those are extremely crippling. You feel like you're alone because nobody believes you, right? Well, my doctors finally determined what was wrong with me. Long story short, they all confirmed, yeah, you're actually much more sick than we thought you were. Um, it's been 5.5 years since then. 5.5 years later, they are starting to try to develop a plan to get me back on track and get me back strong. I'm super proud of myself because I have gained weight. I fought for a really long time because I lost a ton of weight because I couldn't eat. Every time I did, I got super sick. Again, I lost the majority of my muscle mass because, I mean, sleeping 20 hours a day, not really being active because I'm too sick. And it was hell. It was hell. But I share that story with you guys to let you know that just because somebody else thinks you're not fighting a battle, just because somebody else thinks that they know what's best for you, doesn't mean they do. And it doesn't mean you give up just because they think some certain things of you. Don't let them take away your fight. And I know some days it's hard to fight. Some days you just want to give up. Some days you just want to fall the fuck apart, and there's not much else you can do that day. And that's okay. It is okay for you to take some time to fall apart. But whenever you're finished falling apart, pick yourself back up. Whenever you have got out all of that negative energy and you feel like you're just balanced out, you don't even have to be positive. You don't even have to be in the positive. Just as soon as you're balanced out and you get that negativity out and you can just breathe, right? Take the time to enjoy being neutral so that you're not in the negative. Don't even worry about trying to go positive right now. Just be okay with where you are so you can build back. Don't go from one drastic to the other. Oh, I'm falling apart right now. I don't have anything left. What's life worth living if I have to live like this? Once you get past that, once you get over that hump, don't worry about going back positive right away. Enjoy being neutral. Enjoy just existing for a moment and then build on that. Take the time you need to build in a way that benefits you, because we all build a little differently, despite what anybody tells you. We all build differently. Take the time for you. If you need to get therapy, find a good support system. If you don't have anybody that you can count on, if you don't have family, you don't have friends, find a therapist. And maybe you don't do so well in person, right? There's online therapy. You can find a therapist online. Now, say you're one of those people, you're kind of scared of opening up to someone. You're kind of, at a point in your life where you just don't trust people. Then there are 1-800 numbers you can call. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on life, because I'm going to tell you, I've had some very low points in my life, and I may not have experienced the same circumstances you have, but I'm here to tell you that we all have our own battles. We all have our own struggles. And at the end of the day, only you can decide to keep going. No one else can do it for you. So if you've reached your limit, you have no one else to turn to. Maybe you can't afford therapy. You don't have insurance. Whatever your situation may be, you don't have anybody else. There are 1-800 numbers. Just call a crisis line. Just hear someone's voice. You don't even have to tell them anything. Just, hey, I just needed to hear somebody. Hey, I just needed to talk to somebody. They'll be there to listen. Take advantage of that. Because at the end of the day, if a kind voice is all you need to hear, they're there for you. Even, it's a complete stranger. You just need to hear some kind of kindness, just someone just wanting to be there for a moment. Do it. Give them a call. And we're going to keep working on this. We're going to keep working on building ourselves. And again, today's message is don't run from one extreme to the other. Take the time to enjoy just the level ground. Just standing, just breathing, just existing, and find some way to just enjoy that. For me, whenever I'm going from my ups and my downs, I try to center myself, take a few minutes to myself, do a good cleansing. For me, it's a sage cleansing. I don't know what yours would be, but I take that time for me. I take that time to breathe. I take that time to allow myself to not think, to relax, just try to calm everything that I am and just be level. I don't have to be up. I don't have to be down. Just enjoy the level ground. Just take it in. Relaxing my muscles. And I'm going to tell you, it's really, really hard for me to relax my muscles. You can ask anybody that knows me personally. I'm always super, super tense. I have a really hard time relaxing. So I have to focus really hard to be able to relax. So what I like to do is I like to get my offering bowl, have some sage in it. I'm burning my sage. I'm practicing my breathing. I'm bathing myself in my sage. And I'm just working on breathing so that my muscles have all of the oxygen that they need to relax. At the end of the day, if that is the most positive thing that you have done, just be neutral, just relax. You did good. You should be proud of yourself, because on those days, that's the best you can do. On those days, that is as far to being positive as you can be. And that's okay. That's okay. Enjoy that time. Enjoy those moments. Take advantage of it, because we both know that you're worth it. Thank you guys for coming back to say hi, to enjoy the channel, to relax with me for a moment, and take a couple minutes to yourself, because you needed that. You deserve that. Remember to always try to keep yourself in mind. Sometimes that's hard to do. Sometimes we're so wrapped up in trying to care for everyone else and trying to think about everyone else and work and, exercise and everything we got going on with family, that we forget about ourselves. Remember, none of that's possible without you. Unless you take care of yourself, none of that is possible. Nothing else is possible unless you take care of yourself first. Remember that. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode. I'm so glad to get to share it with you. I'm so glad to have you here in a space where we can just find mutual ground, enjoy ourselves, take a moment to just breathe and exist. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you forget to breathe, don't you? I know I do. But remember, you are worth it. I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, stay hydrated and stay safe.
Thanks for staying for the whole show. And thanks for being here to support us. Hopefully the show helps you to become a better you, because that's what we're here for after all. I want to let you know that personal growth is going to happen if you want it to. I look forward to helping you with your overall growth, ultimately helping you with developing compassion, empathy, self-love, and understanding. Let's grow together. You can find us over on Twitter at ABTPcast. And make sure, of course, you follow so you can get updates for the channel. We'll see you very soon. Remember, take it one day at a time to build a better tomorrow.